Exchange.
Appoint a real special prosecutor to go after the most corrupt president in the history of the United States, Joe Biden, and the entire Biden crime family. Are you going to do that? Are you going to go after Joe Biden?
I'm really looking to make our country successful. I'm not looking to go back into the past. I'm looking to make our country successful.
We're going to look at this Donald Trump interview. So there's a timestamp from the Donald Trump interview. Like I said, we're not going to watch the entire thing, but there is one point that I do want to highlight, and that is 35 minutes and 30 seconds in which he's asked, I believe he's asked about, will he process Joe Biden? So let's listen to a little bit of this, and then we're going to move on to the Candace interview with Nick Cannon. Hopefully we can get into that. I really can't wait to get to the Nick Cannon Candace interview. That's what I'm here for. That's what I pulled up for. But let's take a look at this clip from Donald Trump's interview, Meet the Press. And if y'all remember, this was the lady that was during the first debate that was trying to fact check Donald Trump, that they were actually wrong on some of the fact checks that they did with Donald Trump. And if you watch, hold on. Let me pull my man up real quick. Let me pull my guy up. Move over a little bit. Get Trump a little. If you watch this interview, I think that this should be a required watch for everybody, especially if you dislike Donald Trump, voted for Kamala Harris. I think this should be a required watch. People are realizing that Trump is not that bad. Trump is not that rational. Actually, he sounds pretty, everything he's saying tends to make sense. When you remove the Joy Reids out of your mind, when you remove the Rachel Maddows, get their voices out of your head, and you just listen to Donald Trump and you watch an interview that he goes on, first and foremost, you're going to see how biased it is. And he respectfully called out this lady that was interviewing him and was saying it. I almost should have had those timestamps, because he was addressing her saying, like, you got so much potential, but you just refuse to just be objective. You refuse to carry this interview on and acknowledge anything that I'm saying. You're making all these accusations. You're trying to check me on these things. You're trying to say make me appear to be, show me in a negative light. But then when I say something about Joe Biden, you don't even acknowledge it. You just move on to the next question. And Donald Trump was very clear in saying, and people are starting to see, like, oh, damn, Donald Trump actually sounds like somebody that I would agree with. Maybe that I would be okay with giving a chance. Maybe I'm second guessing, the hatred that I had for him that was built on a lot of the fear that a lot of the mainstream media outlets put into my mind. Now let's get to the interview. Let's get to this part. Let me know what y'all think.
We're crooked. If they did something wrong, if they
will pursue investigations against your political enemies.
No, I don't think so.
Do you want to see that happen?
If they were crooked, if they did something wrong, if they have broken the law, probably they went after me. They went after me and I did nothing wrong.
Well, let me ask you this. You said President Biden, quote, that you're going to appoint a real special prosecutor to go after Joe Biden. You said that during the campaign.
Where?
You said that on Truth Social, June 12th, 2023. I will appoint a real special prosecutor to go after the most corrupt president in the history of the United States, Joe Biden.
And shout out to my mom. She was telling me that that Donald Trump did say that. And I was like, when did Trump say that he was going to have somebody go after Joe Biden? And I was telling her to show me. So I guess this is what a lot of the people are referring to, where Trump made a post on Truth Social. But listen to the exchange.
Appoint a real special prosecutor to go after the most corrupt president in the history of the United States, Joe Biden, and the entire Biden crime family. Are you going to do that? Are you going to go after Joe Biden?
I'm really looking to make our country successful. I'm not looking to go back into the past. I'm looking to make our country successful. Retribution will be through success. If we can make this country successful, that would be that would be such a great achievement. Bring it back. We have a country now that's overridden with crime, that has millions of people that shouldn't be here, that should be in prisons in other countries, that should be in mental institutions. We have drug lords being dropped into our country and told never go back to their country. I'm looking to make our country great. I'm looking to bring prices down because, I won on two things, the border and more than immigration. They like to say immigration. I break it down more to the border, but I won on the border and I won on groceries. It's a very simple word, groceries. Like almost, who uses the word? I started using.
And I want to stop it because think about where this conversation started, where this particular part of the conversation. Donald Trump was asked about would he go after Joe Biden. She referenced a tweet that he put up, or a post that he put up on Truth Social, saying that, you know, Joe Biden is the most corrupt president, politician, and, you know, I'm going to put together a special counsel to go after Joe Biden. His answer to this question is what we're hearing right now. The retribution will be through success. Donald Trump is realizing either somebody got in his ear or he started to put the pieces together and say, like, yo, I already won. It's actually a disservice. I can make everybody else look bad, or that's in opposition to me, or acting as if they're opposition to me. I'm going to make them look bad simply by me conducting myself in a totally different way than how they tried to present me. So I'm just going to be rational. I'm going to be honest, continue to be honest, you know, or continue to be direct. Some people will say that Donald Trump lies a lot. Neither here nor there. That's for your own personal, you know, opinion. Watch this interview and pay attention to how he's answering. This does not seem like the person that is going to be a dictator, that is going to take over the country, that is saying after this there will be no more elections, that is the person that Barack Obama is implying that he is. Somebody that's going to get in office and take power and never, ever give it back. The man realizes that he has an opportunity to become one of the most powerful and important members or people in America, in the world, in recent history. That's what he seems to be focused on. Those things. He's not taking the bait, maybe like he did at the first debate with Kamala Harris. And, well, are you going to go after Joe Biden? He's not taking the bait. Look, that's not what I'm looking to do. If they do something that the head of the FBI that I appoint decides that we need to go after, then of course we'll go after that. But other than that, that's not my focus. I do not want to waste time on doing those things that were done to me. Even though I have the right to do those things, even though I may feel justified to do those things, even though I may have tweeted it in the past or put it on Truth Social, that is not my focus. All right, let's keep going.
Using the word, the groceries, when you buy apples, when you buy bacon, when you buy eggs, they would double and triple the price over a short period of time. And I won an election based on that. We're going to bring those prices way down.
I want to pause here because what you're saying is significant. Because you wrote on Truth Social in 2023 that you're going to appoint a real special prosecutor to go after Joe Biden. Now you're saying you're not going to do that.
I will say this. No, I'm not doing that unless I find something that I think is reasonable. But that's not going to be my decision. That's going to be Pam Bondi's decision, and to a different extent, Kash Patel. Assuming they're both there, and I think they're both going to get approved. But while you ask me that, what they've done to me with weaponization is a disgrace.
We'll get to some of that.
No, wait. You can't do one without the other.
You see what I mean? Here he's just trying to explain himself. This lady, and she thinks, and if you watch the entire interview, you'll see at the end when he says, like, why are you being so biased? Like, you're part of the media that's not giving me a fair shake. The man just goes to explain something. Here you're interviewing somebody and you're cutting him off. It's not like he's yelling at her, not even disrespecting her. He's trying to explain his answer. And see, this is what a lot of the liberals and Democrats, and I hate to position it like that, but it just is what it is. This is, and I'm talking about the news pundits. I'm talking about the quote unquote journalists. And I'm talking about the politicians. I'm not talking about the people. But this is what Democratic and liberal leadership does not realize, that you're making Trump look good. You're humanizing Trump. Here you were trying to create this big monster image off of him, like Hitlerish, and you're humanizing him. Every man that I would say every man that's sitting here watching this is putting themselves in Trump's position, and every woman may be putting themselves in Trump's position, and they may be putting themselves in her position and saying, like, damn, that kind of looks bad.
We'll get to some of that.
No, wait. You can't do one without the other. In the history of our country, nothing like this has ever happened. And I've won these cases. I've won every one, and the rest are in the process of being won. Deranged Jack Smith is on his way back to The Hague, where he can execute people. This is where he should have stayed. I think he's dangerous even being there. But I'll tell you what they've done to me in terms of weaponization, indictments, impeachments, and everything else. And in the end, it probably helped me because I got the biggest vote, the most votes any Republican's ever gotten in history.
Pam Bondi talks about investigating the investigators. Do you want her to investigate Jack Smith?
I want her to do what she wants to do.
Do you want to see Jack Smith investigated?
Well, I think he's very corrupt, but I want her to do whatever she has to do.
Are you going to direct her to prosecute
I'm not.
Jack
She's
Smith?
a very smart person. She was a great attorney general in Florida. She's very experienced. I want her to do what she wants to do. I'm not going to instruct her to do it, no.
Sir, are you going to fire the current?
Yo, my man is, I'm telling you, I haven't seen him. Yo, people said it after he got shot, but he is just so under control and confident right now. And it's coming across. It's coming across. So we're going to move on. This is all they're going to ask. I recommend that you go check out this full interview. But it was important for me to show you that clip because that's the tone of the entire interview. That's the tone. She's trying to bait him into saying, are you going to go after this person? Are you going to go after this person? She's trying to get him to validate the fear mongering that her news station and a lot of these other mainstream news stations have been putting out there for years. They're trying to get a hold of something and he's not giving it to them. Anybody that's and think about it. He didn't have to do his first interview on Meet the Press, which is NBC, which is leaning obviously in a liberal Democrat direction. He didn't have to do it on there. He could have done it on Fox. He could have done a home game. But instead, he did the interview with her, stayed calm, cool, and collected, and didn't fall for any bait, and just was saying, like, yo, I want the country to be successful. It's time to unite. It's time to bring people together. And this is what a lot of these Democrats and liberals hate more than anything. The fact that everything they accuse Donald Trump of, trying to be divisive, trying to go after his political opponents, all these different things, he's presenting himself in a completely different way. And now they have no idea what to criticize him on. Man, shout out to the guy Trump, man. And yo, do me a favor, like Quee said, hit the like button and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. Maybe even share with some people. That's going to help boost the algorithm. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this thing. It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon.